Okay. I had somebody comment, asked a question on if a 40-pound bow is good enough to hunt deer with. And the answer is, I've seen people use 35 pound bows and get deer. The problem with using a lighter bow, you're not always going to hit soft tissue. There's going to be bone in the way. So it's more on placement of the arrow, shot placement. If you shoot into a shoulder with a 35 to 40 pound bow, you're not going to get any penetration. You're just going to stick in the bone. Now, if you shoot just right behind the shoulder blade, about 3/4 of the way down on a deer, the chances are you're going to go through, well, in between ribs and hit the heart and possibly bottom of the lung. That's a kill. You're not going to get a pass through. Me personally, I like using 50-55 pound draw bows because you get more penetration. You hit the lungs, you'll get both lungs, and you'll go through the heart and also get lung if you hit it in the right spot. And like I said, it's all due to shot placement. Now on the 3D deer that you buy, where they've got the vitals set, they're a little bit far back. Let me take you down here to one of my 3D deer. Now, focus this a little bit. Bring you in. Okay. You can see where they've got the vitals set. And a lot of these deer, these 3D targets, they got a area here for the liver, the lung, and the heart. Well, the heart, if you follow the outline of the shoulder down, the heart actually set right about here. And the lungs will cover this area here up to about here, down here. And it'll actually go back, oh, about here. Then you got your liver that sets right here on the deer. When I shoot deer, I like aiming right here, just right below, about 3/4 away from the backbone to here, and behind the shoulder blade, which gives me a good heart shot. And the heart on a deer is almost the size of my fist, maybe just a little bit smaller. And like I said, these are great to shoot at, great to have fun on, but I wouldn't trust them for shot placement on a deer. You got to see the deer, you got to see the outline of the shoulder blade, back of the shoulder, and you got to aim about an inch right behind it to get the heart. But if you hit it anywhere up in here, that's going to be a lung shot. This area right up in here would be a lung shot. And using a 50-pound, 55-pound draw, your chances of hitting both lungs are increased. And getting both lungs means that the deer isn't going to run. It's going to run quite a ways, but it's not going to run near as far as just getting one lung. The heart, I've only had to track a deer maybe 40 yards when I heart shot it. And I've had them go maybe 10 yards and drop with a heart shot. Double lung, 60, 80 yards. Then they'll lay down and go to sleep. I know to some people this is disturbing, but this is food. I don't like people who just trophy hunt and not use the meat. I hunt for the meat. That's the way I was raised, and that's the way I'll teach people. You don't hunt for the trophy, you hunt for the meat. You get a big buck that has antlers, that's a bonus. So, let's shoot a little bit. Okay. A lot of my bows are 50, 55 pounds. I do have some that are 40 pounds, 45 pounds. But most of them are 50, 55 pounds. I've got one longbow that's 50 pounds. Most of my recurves, well, half of my recurves are 50 pounds and 55 pounds. I've got one that's 40 pound recurve. I got another one that's 45 pound. Then, like I said, I've got a longbow, which is the Bear Montana, which is a 50 pound. So, I practiced mainly with my 55 pound bows. Shooting low. Get some warm-up shots in. I'm going to turn this off and go retrieve my arrows, then start shooting at the 3D targets. Okay, I normally tell people to practice the way they hunt. If you're going to be standing and hunting, shoot standing. That would be a liver shot. And I hate doing liver shots. Ooh, that would have been a bad shot. Okay, take it down, let you see it. I missed once, totally, which doesn't surprise me. Now what this tells me, that I'm doing better at a kneeling position. This one was at a stand. This one was at a standing. This one was at a standing. These two. This would have been a lung shot, possibly nicking the shoulder blade. This one would have been a heart shot. I haven't shot at my 3D deer in a while. Any of my 3D targets. So let's go back up, take one more shot at it. Then that'll be practice with this. And it also shows me that I need to do some more standing shooting. That's high. High long. And a possible heart. Same. Oh. That would have been a liver. Let's go down and take a look. Not as good as I thought I was up there. Only got one that probably hit the heart. This is why you need to practice. This way you don't have shots going this far out. And furthermore, you don't want the deer to suffer. I will not take a shot on a deer unless I know I can hit it. Anyway, that's why you need to practice. And another little tidbit of information, the types of broadheads you use. I would suggest, if you're hunting with traditional, use fixed blade broadheads. 2 blade, 3 blade. I would go with, if you're shooting a 40 pound, 45 pound, use a 2 blade broadhead. That way you got a chance of going in between the ribs and getting more penetration with the arrow. With my 55-pound bows, I use a 3-blade. Oh, that was low. That would have cut the belly hair off, or the chest hair. Practice, practice, practice. Okay, I'm going to shut the camera down, take you down, and show you what I did. Okay, this one's the one that would have gave him a shaved chest. Would have shaved his chest for him. This one would have probably been in a shoulder blade, but this area of the shoulder blade is pretty thin. But if you get any further this way towards the head, you're going to hit thick bone. Now the other 4, this is a lung, these 2 could be heart, this is a lung. 2 lung shots, possibly 2 heart shots. And I'm shooting about 20 yards away. When I'm deer hunting, I don't like to take a shot with a bow no more than 20 yards. The farther you shoot at him with a traditional bow, the harder it is to get penetration. To get that arrow broadhead through the chest, past the ribs, and into the vitals. It makes it harder. The more distance you have, the less power it's going to have when it hits. And Ben, if you're watching, which I hope you are, go ahead and send me your address. I'll go ahead and make you a bowstring. Just tell me which one you want. And tell me the length of your bow. I need the length from the nock, where the string goes in, along the belly, to the other nock. So I can get you one made exactly for that bow. And that way I can send it to you. Tell me if you want a Flemish twist or a continuous loop. Leave that choice up to you. Have fun, keep the arrows flying, be safe.